Hey, welcome to my face, where face becomes face. Alright, so I don't get the chance to reminisce a lot. Things move really fast around here and we're always working on new stuff. But as the year comes to a close and we take some time to recharge, we want to flip back that old YouTube scrapbook and rewatch some Food Fears. This is the show where I make something you hate taste great, and we had a grand old peck-poppin' tattoo promising time. Anyways, as we work on getting more episodes out to you guys, enjoy a few of my favorites.
Oh, it smells like a wet dog.
Yeah. Welcome to Food Fears, where I make something you hate taste great. You might recognize my guest from his appearance on Lopez Tonight. It's Link Neal.
Okay. Welcome,
Link.
That's how we're gonna start this.
Yeah.
Huh?
Have you done other things, or I'm really only familiar with your Lopez Tonight?
That's the last thing I remember.
Well, thank you for being here. You may or may not know what you're in for a little bit.
Whenever you and a food helmet are involved, I get nervous.
So I've watched you gag and spit up on so many foods over the years, and I really hope you don't gag on the final dish that I'm about to make you today, because we're eating its penis. Yeah, we're eating penis.
That's a wiener.
This is the
What is
wiener
this from
from a bull, so it is technically kosher, if you're worried about that.
Why is it rolled up like fruit by the foot?
That's how all penises look like. So you've eaten penis a lot on the show.
Josh?
And what?
Okay, you know what? Yes, that is what all penises look like.
Okay, so you've eaten penis a lot of times on the show. You've never seemed to enjoy it. You seem kind of scared of it. What about the penis scares you in particular?
Mine even scares me. Have you seen it?
No.
That wasn't an offer. Well, oh man, look at that angle.
The more angles you look at it, the worse it's gonna get.
Yeah, it's just not the thing that, it's not the thing that when you're hungry you find yourself craving, at least not me.
That's my goal. I am hoping to get you to fall in love with the penis. But first we need to try the penis in its pure raw form.
Okay,
so I
just keep saying penis. When I was a child, I called it a pito.
A pito. If it would make you more comfortable, I can say we have to eat this boiled pito right now.
You're saying we're gonna eat this?
Yeah, I need to get a flavor profile to know how to build the flavors in my dish to try and get you to love this. So I will try and take a bite with you.
That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Okay, yeah. Oh, you want me to have the curly Q?
I think you should try the tip.
This is your show. I don't know what you do.
Yeah, no, we're supposed to just gingerly touch our tips.
Okay.
The skin right there, so there's some hairs attached, but the skin right there is gonna be your kind of like filet mignon of the penis.
Oh, it smells like a wet dog.
Yeah, This is where pee comes from. It's probably the reason. I like the way he's using his tongue with it.
It's unchewable.
Wow.
There's
Yeah, a
no
little
way,
bit.
Josh. There's no way that I can even.
Maybe just try and get the flavor.
There's no way I can describe it that won't have a double meaning.
Yeah, we're
it's
into it.
difficult. It's so hard. It's so stiff.
It's so hard and so stiff, and that means that I am coming up against some stiff challenges to try and get you to like this.
Yeah, I don't even know how you're gonna make it dineable.
That's for me to figure out. If you come back in an hour or so, I'll have a fully prepared, beautiful penis dish for you to eat.
There's some right here on my diastema.
There are 3 keys to success in life: hard work, determination, and cleaning your penis. And we're really only gonna hit that third one today. We're gonna slice a knife down the center of the urethra to expose it, and then we're gonna run that under cold water while massaging it to really get any trace of urine out. Now that our penises are cleaned, we can pressure cook them. So we're just gonna toss in an onion, toss in a lemon, salt, whole peppercorn, a bunch of oregano, and then in go our little bouquet of penises. Cook well, penises. And then we're gonna set that to 45 minutes on high pressure in the Instant Pot. And then ready to go. I'm not going to be making a traditional pizza sauce per se, but it is a traditional Italian tomato sauce that is typically with a dish called bucatini alla matriciana from the town of Amatrice. And so it typically starts with cured pork jowl. I'm gonna substitute the penis for the pork jowl that's very fatty that gets sauteed in oil. Now that your penis is nice and crispy, you're gonna add all your aromatics. So that means onion, right into the penis pan, garlic, crushed red pepper. And then you're just gonna continue to saute for a couple minutes. You can see that all incorporating really beautifully. That's one of the best looking penises I've seen in a while. Crushed tomato, and then Just a little bit of sugar just to kind of neutralize that acidity. And then this is just gonna cook down for about 10 minutes, and then you have a really beautiful penis sauce to go on your penis pizza. Next up, penis pesto. How many times can I say penis? Find out on the next episode of Penis. My strategy to combat the fatty texture of that penis is to hit it with a lot of bright and herbaceous ingredients, which is why I'm making a penis pesto. And I don't think those words have ever been uttered in succession in human existence, so that's really exciting for me. So we're just gonna start by throwing a bunch of basil, some olive oil in there. We got garlic, we got pecorino, we got pine nuts, and then just a little bit of lemon for that acid. And then we're just gonna pulse this. So we're just gonna dump that into a bowl. And then what we have here is a bunch of bull penis that's been braised and just diced up in really tiny pieces. We're gonna fold that right into there. Yum. The third way I'm incorporating penis into the dish is gonna be via a penis Parmesan powder, which is gonna be actually fried braised penis chunks. They're gonna turn almost like chicharrones, so super crispy. And then I'm gonna bash those up and turn it into a powder. Combine it with Parmesan, oregano, a little bit of garlic, crushed red pepper, and then mix it all up. And there you got your crunchy garlic Parmesan penis powder. You know, penis powder, just like you'd get at your local mom and pop pizza penis shop. Mom and penis pizza pop shop. Penis pizza mom and pop pizza penis. Now we just have to make the pizza, which is really strange because of all the things that we've done before this. The final pizza obviously starts with the dough, and I'm kind of influenced by Pizza Hut's original pan crust here. And so we press it into the pizza pan, then the amatriciana penis sauce goes on top, spread that around evenly. And then we're gonna take some fresh mozzarella and you're just gonna start ripping it into chunks and throwing it on there. Stuff in a bag is super processed. The stuff's sitting in water, too much moisture. You bake it, and then a little bit of dusting of that crunchy penis Parmesan powder. Then you top it with your beautiful bright penis pesto. And that's the final pizza. All right, Link, I present to you the Parmesan penis pesto pizza. So we have penis that's been braised and then actually mixed into the sauce. You can see the chunks right there. We've mixed little penis bits into the pesto, and then there's a crunchy penis Parmesan garlic powder on top. This has penis 3 ways, all in one of America's favorite foods, the pizza.
So you're telling me that like that big chunk, like those are cross sections of the thing.
Yeah, the pito.
There's penis in the green stuff.
It's chopped up very fine, so the penis actually absorbs some of the pesto and gives you a little penis flavor pops in the mouth.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I would have thought that it's a pizza with like big round chunks of onion.
Nope.
And that's how I'm gonna think of it.
Penis.
So I'm gonna say onion.
I know, just big old chunks of penis on there. They say you eat penis with your eyes first. It's an old chef saying.
Who is
that? It's an industry term.
All right, so I'm eating it with my eyes first.
I'll go ahead and join you on this.
Yeah, we're gonna go in on this penis together.
Gingerly touch our tips. It's tradition on the show.
Tip it and dip it?
Tip it and dip it, baby.
All right, so I'm gonna eat this whole chunk of onion.
It's not onion, it's penis.
I'm really focusing on the bread part, like the crust.
Yeah.
The crust is very good.
Thank you.
But the big globule of penis.
You can definitely tell it's not an onion.
It's so chewy. But it doesn't have a bad taste.
It's not bad, it's pretty neutral. You got some brightness from the pesto. You're not gonna throw up.
There it is. I took a full bite.
And how do you feel?
I feel a bit compromised. I feel a bit taken advantage of. But I don't feel horrible. You know, there's not another big bouncy ball.
I can get you one if you want.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is that made out of? What is that? Is it rubber?
That?
Yeah.
Is a bull penis made out of rubber? No, a bull penis is made out of penis.
But what is it though? It's not
I don't
meat.
know. No, it's not. Someone just Google what a penis is real fast.
It's elastic.
It is.
It's elastic rubber.
It's the weirdest conspiracy theory you have, but
I'm gonna eat it again.
Please.
You're just eating unfettered penis over there.
Unfettered penis is the best kind sometimes. Do you feel like you're no longer as afraid of penises as you were when you came into this?
For the record, I want to say that I haven't been afraid of penises.
You just said that.
I've been afraid of eating penis.
And do you feel like you've had a change of heart?
That crunchy stuff penis?
Yeah. There's several textures of penis on here.
You know what? I think I'm coming around to the long dong. You know? It's still kind of the worst pizza I've ever had.
That's fair enough. And there's a Little Caesars right over here. Yeah.
Right. Gotta give it to you, Josh. You made penis into a pizza.
The penis breath is strong after the pizza.
Oh, look at
We're doing
this.
it.
Oh, it feels so good.
I've never done this before. It's the power of Terry
I
Crews.
tell you, it feels good. You feel manly.
Welcome to Food Fears, the show where I make something you hate taste great. Today's guest is a prolific portrait painter, NYPD lieutenant, and the best damn peck popper I've ever seen. You can find him on Brooklyn Nine-Nine and America's Got Talent. It's Terry Crews.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, man, how you
All right,
doing?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Likewise.
Let's
you
do
feel
it.
like we're old friends. I like to think of us as
I
friends.
know. It feels good. We're peck popping buddies. Let's try
Peck-popping
it.
buddies.
Oh, look at
We're doing
this.
it.
Oh, it feels so good.
I've never done this before. It's the power of Terry
I
Crews.
tell you, it feels good. You feel manly.
So a little bit about how the show works. I'm gonna take an item that, some people may not enjoy eating, and then we're gonna eat it, and then I'm gonna make a dish that I know you're going to love with it.
Wow. Okay.
All right, so about foods that people might not enjoy, I've read that you stopped eating chitlins after you found out what they are.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I grew up and I loved them. We put hot sauce on them, and I couldn't believe it. And I was done.
For people who don't know, chitlins are pork intestines.
That's it, pork intestines. Especially around the holidays, it would be the turkey, the dressing, the chitlins. I'd been eating them for years. I probably was about 14, 15 years old. I was like, what is it?
Yeah.
Later on in life, I learned that actually pig intestines could be very healthy for you. It's like good fat. So I don't know what's right, man. One day, one thing is bad. One day, one thing is good. Now I'm up for everything.
That's good, you're a dynamic person. You're
Exactly.
willing to go with the flow of anything, and that's especially helpful on this show.
Yes.
All right, so are you a cook yourself? I mean, I've read some stuff online that you can throw down in the kitchen a little bit.
I love to cook. I wouldn't call myself a cook, but man, when I do, I get every ingredient. I sit there with all the little things measured out, just like my own little cooking show. And I enjoy it. It's peaceful. To put things together, you're a bit of a scientist. It's like a painting.
It's like a science painting.
It is. It's so beautiful.
That's fantastic. All right, Terry, you ready to get into this?
Yes.
You sound so confident. I love it.
That's all I can muster right now.
Terry, you look less well than when you came in here.
You know what? I am truly all about facing my fears, and today I have to do it.
I love that. Well, I hope in your nightmares you've seen turkey testicles before. So they look a little bit innocuous, but these plump little guys, the testes of a turkey, they're filled with a lot of nutrients. Terry, talk about the nutrients.
Oh,
What's more nutritious than a testicle where all life is born?
They're not turkey testicles. They're lima beans.
Some people call testicles the lima beans of the body.
Oh my God. Okay, what are they full of?
They
All
got
of
your
them.
riboflavin.
Yes.
Your ascorbic acid.
Oh, I
your
feel it.
casein. It's gonna get you
Casein.
pumped. It's
Oh
gonna
my
get you
God.
pumped.
So you're saying each one of these is gonna make me pop my pecs a little bit better?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Me and
Yeah.
you together, man.
Let's do it. Just like it's always been, just me and you.
Okay. Oh man, it feels horrible.
Yep. It's a lot more supple. We gotta
Oh my
gingerly.
God, I
push
can't
them.
only look. I was just looking.
Pop. You can feel it pop a little bit. There's a lot more juice than I was expecting.
Oh my God.
Hold it together.
That was one of the most awful experiences I've ever had in my life.
I'm so glad that I got to share that.
Oh, but I did it, man!
I'm alive!
We did it! Oh my God. I can't believe I did that.
I'm so proud of you.
You see the sweat?
Oh, yeah, it's
I'm
glistening.
sweating. These are how turkeys are born, huh?
I'm so turkeys are born. You witnessed the miracle of life in your mouth, Terry.
Oh,
It's a beautiful thing.
I'm done.
right,
okay,
well,
now that went to a whole nother nasty level. Let's go. Okay.
Hopefully you're not done, because now is the point in the show where I would typically tell the guests to go occupy themselves for an hour while I cook, but I've already done that. I have the dish prepared, so we're just gonna cut to that footage so you can enjoy, and we're gonna sit here and chat. To cook the turkey testicles, I'm gonna add some white vinegar to boiling water, and then I'm just gonna drop the testicles in there until they float to the top. We're gonna do the old blanch and shock, because you don't want them to burst. If there's a rule in cooking, it's you don't want your testicles to burst, ever. Look how plump and simple. See, this guy bursts, and you can see the nice and squishy insides there. That's fine. We're gonna rough chop some of these and get them butter poaching, and then the ice bath is gonna quickly shock the testicles. Always shock your testicles. And then dry them off on some paper towels. So Terry said that he likes lobster mac and cheese as a cheat meal, and when I think of shellfish, I think of Cajun butter. So we're gonna go ahead and add our 2 sticks of butter to the pan, and now we're gonna make a Cajun seasoning that we're gonna butter poach these blanched testicles in. That's gonna combine salt, black pepper, Paprika. The key to paprika is you gotta go to the cheapest store possible because they have the reddest paprika. Onion powder, garlic powder. There we go, garlic powder. Cayenne, that's gonna add your spice. Marjoram and thyme, give that a nice stir. And we're just gonna go ahead and give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's gonna set the testicles right off. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, so we got our butter nice and frothed. We're gonna add a pinch of the spices. Then you're gonna stir that together with a spoon. Don't want your butter to burn. If your butter starts scorching, you don't want that burnt, acrid flavor on your testes. And then I'm just gonna take a handful of testicles, some might call it a sack full, and then we're just gonna pop them into the butter. And you're gonna see the butter start to froth, and then you're just gonna spoon the butter over the testicles. Let's get all of them in there. Add all the testicles to the party. So you're just gonna take some of that butter, just make sure to really splash it over the testicles. You might get a little browning on the butter, which is totally fine. Browning is flavor, especially on testicles. All right, you just give them a little toss. And then while this is happening, the spices are also toasting in the butter. They're getting so aromatic. You can smell the spermatocord. Is that a little epididymis I see? My epididymis was inflamed when I got a hernia from picking up Rhett in an episode of GMM. That's a fun little fact. This is looking beautiful. It's smelling even beautifuler. So our turkey testicles are done butter poaching. Now we're gonna incorporate this into the next step. Whoop, that's good luck. Food Fierce! Your favorite dish growing up. I've heard you talk a lot about mac and cheese.
I call it mac and cheesy.
Mac and cheese.
It's this baked macaroni and cheese that is the ultimate in satisfaction. First of all, cheddar cheese, as sharp as you can get it. You want that stuff with a kick. The macaroni, which provides that pasta fulfillment. Like, you know what I mean?
I know that face. That's the face I make when I eat mac. That's the mac face.
Is it umami? Is that what they call it?
Umami.
Umami. Umami. Umami. In Chinese, when you're hungry, they call it. Ugh. That's the perfect
sounds how you
description
feel.
of mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
So now we're making Terry Crew's famous mac and cheesy. This recipe has been in his family for 25 years. His mom used to make it every Thanksgiving, so I think it's gonna be a real good comfort food with him. I'm whisking together cottage cheese, sour cream, a little bit of egg, and then a cup of cheddar cheese, and just a little bit of salt. I really like this recipe. This isn't how I do it, but I think it's gonna be really fantastic. I think they're really just gonna be exactly like a lobster mac and cheese, except instead of lobster, it's a bunch of turkey nuts. And then I'm adding my cooked macaroni noodles to that. I'm also gonna take my butter poached testicles, and I'm just gonna add them whole right into the pot. And you want a fair amount of that Cajun butter in there, because I wanna really marry the flavors, you know what I'm saying? And then we're just gonna go ahead and mix that in. You don't want the butter to melt the cheese, but you do want that Cajun butter flavor along with the testicles. That's fantastic. I'll keep those for snacking for later. So we're gonna take a cast iron skillet, and we're gonna take a little bit of coconut oil, and rub that around so this doesn't stick, and it's gonna create a nice, beautiful crust. Cast iron skillets are great because they hold the heat really well, so anytime I can use a cast iron skillet, I always make sure to do so. That's fantastic. And then I'm adding the testicle mac and cheese to that, and we're just gonna floopity floop some of those testes. You don't wanna fill it all the way to the top because this is gonna start bubbling over, and you want to account for some testicle burstage. You never want your testicles to burst because then you're gonna have to come in with a mop and the Costco manager is gonna be mad at you. The f did that mean? And now we're gonna top it with a little bit more cheddar cheese. You guys, I dumped all the cheddar cheese in there. I was supposed to save some. Nicole, I'm sorry. Hey, Nicole. Food Fierce! Thanks. All right, so now we're gonna take a little bit of extra cheddar cheese right on top. It's gonna get nice and crusty. And then one more thing, this is straight from Terry's recipe, a little bit of paprika right on top. And then this is gonna go in the oven, 375 for about 25 minutes. Terry, I have a request.
Yes.
If we could play a game. It's a game that I don't believe exists, but I call Peck Pop Karaoke.
Okay.
So the idea is I'm gonna peck pop out the beat to a song. I want you to guess what it is, and then you're gonna do the same. All right, are you ready?
Shallow by Lady Gaga.
Oh, great song. That's not it. It was 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton.
Oh, you gotta do this.
Oh, that's right.
There we go, yeah.
All right, I tried, man. I thought you could get it. I should have done the Beverly Hills Cop theme
I think
song.
Shallow was just in my head.
That makes sense. If you want to do it, if you got a song loaded.
Okay, I'm gonna go old school hip hop right now. I'm gonna even give you a little clue.
Okay. I don't got it. I'm gonna say Explosive by Dr. Dre.
Oh, that's a really,
good-
that's close. Planet Rock.
Oh,
remember?
Africa Bambaataa. You did your job.
Yeah, you know what I
you held
mean?
up your end of the bargain on that. You held up your end of the bargain.
Really good.
So a lot of mac and cheese will have breadcrumbs on top. And instead of breadcrumbs, for our crispiness, we're gonna do a little bit of crispy fried testicles. So I'm simply slicing one in half. And yeah, you can see all that supple, tender meat on the inside right there. So we're gonna get a fair amount of that Cajun seasoning into our flour and stir that up. Now we're just gonna toss the testicles in the flour. So testicles tend to be pretty wet. Use paper towels to dry your testicles as much as you want. You're just never gonna get all the moisture off. So the flour should help with that. Just kind of sift the flour with your hands, and then these are gonna go straight into your egg wash. Give them another good toss. And those are gonna go right back in your flour. And you wanna make sure the testicles aren't sticking together. Normally I just kind of shake out my leg and make it look like I'm stretching my hamstring. So I'm gonna go ahead and load my spoon up. All right, and then we have our oil pretty hot, 375. We don't want to overcook these. And then it's just gonna go right in there. And since we cut them in half, hopefully they won't explode. Oh, those are looking great. Oh, you know, they kind of all stuck together. No one's perfect, especially when it comes to testicles. You may see a lot of variation in size on here, because one's always bigger than the other. How's that macaroni doing? Oh, Mac's looking good. Testicles are looking good. We're all looking good. It's funny because they almost look like fried oysters. That's why they call testicles the oysters of your pants. So right when these testicles are ready to be pulled, we're gonna douse them in a little bit of Frank's Red Hot that's mixed with that Cajun butter from earlier that we saved from butter poaching the testicles. Great. That'll stir. Actually, a lot of that testicle flavor comes through. There's a lot of umami to those testes. So testicles, when you fry them, they'll actually float to the top, which means they're not gonna get pure oil coverage, so you're gonna have to flip them. And if the testicles don't float to the top, you're gonna know they're a witch and they should be burned. Witches don't float because their body is weighed down with lots of BBs. So we're gonna take these jumbo shrimp, no, these are testicles, and we're gonna put them into the Cajun butter, and then we're just gonna give these a nice toss to get them all coated. That's gorgeous. You see that looking like a nice plump fried shrimp. And so we're gonna add this to the top of our mac and cheese, garnish with a little bit of chives, a little bit more Cajun seasoning. So you're obviously a physical guy, you know, you've been an athlete and you obviously keep in great shape. What do you think you can learn about a creative profession from all of that physical training? Do you think it's helped you?
We live in a left brain society. So a lot of times everything is just like, mark this down, get this thing going. But the creative side is all loose. Creativity is the opposite of competition. People have always been taught competition is a good thing. It's the American way. But what happens is it's like a sin of comparison. If I compare myself to you all the time, it'll never be good enough because I'll never be you. In creativity, I'm just me. And I'm gonna tell you, man, that's the thing that changed my life forever.
I mean, do you still have that competitive instinct that you like get out with bodybuilding, lifting, all that?
You know what? I would never even call myself a bodybuilder. I stay in shape and I look how I look. I love to run. I run 4 miles a day. Most bodybuilders would never touch running as much as I run. I have a thing. In the last 10 minutes of my run, I always have the best idea of the day. And I think there's something about the blood flow, something that works out. But see, bodybuilders don't think that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now I'm just like, okay, whatever I do, I want my body to be perfect for it. Like, my body is built for Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I think our mac and cheese is finished baking, so I'm gonna pull that out of the oven. Oh yeah, that is nice and bubbly. You see an awesome crust. And you got some of that testicle liquid has now released and is bubbling to the surface. That's great. So now all you gotta do is figure out our garnishes. Take a bunch of chives and wrap a paper towel around it. Shout out to Chris Morningstar who taught me the paper towel chive trick. Take a wet paper towel and roll up a bunch of chives. You can ensure that they don't spread out on you and you get perfectly symmetrical cuts every time. Chive's gonna add just a little bit of freshness to really counteract those turkey testicles. I think Terry will like this dish because it draws on his childhood. It's a comfort food. When people are eating, they want to feel loved, and I'm hoping to transmit a lot of my love into this dish and also testicles. So now we're just gonna take those fried turkey testicles and we're just gonna lovingly arrange them on top, almost like a breadcrumb topping, except not at all because it's filled with turkey testiculars. Gorgeous. And now for the final touch. Sacrilege, offensive, or mythical? You decide. Terry, we have the final dish on the table. Do you have any guesses what it might be?
Well, I do see a little skillet handle, kind of in a pan, baked up good.
You're right about that. What I've made for you today, this is turkey testicle mac and cheesy. So I've used the mac and cheesy recipe that I found online. I've incorporated some Cajun butter poached turkey testicles in there because I read that you also like lobster mac and cheese.
Okay.
So for me, kalo Cajun butter, some shellfish, except it's actually testicles, and some crispy fried turkey testicles on top, just for a little bit of crunch.
And they're in there.
Oh, yeah. If you actually go in, you can see just like a
I
whole
can
one
see it.
peeking
There
out.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to grab that bite, that's gonna
It's
be a good one.
peeking out. No, I don't.
I'd get
I'm
some
gonna cut a
macaroni
piece.
with the fried ones.
Yeah, with
that
a
is
little
how
bit
that
of
is the
cheese.
chef's intention.
Just what? Okay, a little mac.
Terry, I'm an artist.
Okay, here we go.
Scientist.
That's good.
That's really good.
That is really good.
That's your family's recipe.
Without the balls.
Yeah.
That is not
You're
bad
going
at
back
all.
in. I'm going
Yeah.
back in with you.
You actually made it taste good, man.
That's fantastic. What do you
That
guys?
was absolutely horrible.
Are you getting any of the testicle flavor, or is it
It just tastes like a pate.
that's the texture in it? Yeah. Would you pay money for this dish in a restaurant?
No, with the testicle.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's
But
fine.
I would. It's good, man.
Oh, he knows what's coming. Oh, when you
I
see
know
the
what it
fear
is.
strike in their eyes. Yep. Welcome to Food Fears, where I make something you hate taste great. Today's guest is a two-time cookbook author, one of the most extraordinary food tubers on the internet, and the man of my dreams. One of the best torsos I've ever seen. Andrew Ray from Binging with Babish. Andrew, welcome.
Thank you, man. Coming from the best torso in the biz here.
I think we have equally good torsos.
I'm looking at you and I'm telling you definitively that you're cut from a different cloth.
That is very nice of you to say. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna go hit the gym after this real quick.
One of the things I was most fascinated that you said in an interview is that if you could go back, you would change the name of Binging with Babish, because a lot of people just call you Babish.
Most people think that's my actual name. I named my channel after my Reddit handle, which I had named as a joke. So really it's a joke named after another joke.
Have you cleaned up your Reddit history since?
I had nothing to clean up.
Okay, no, I wasn't
Truly,
implying anything.
truly and honestly. My shadow account, on the other hand, we don't want to take a look at that, do we, folks?
All right, so your channel has obviously enjoyed a lot of success. And this show, Food Fears, and your show are actually nominated for the same award in the Streamies.
Yes, they are.
I would like to issue a proposal to you. Since you've now been on this show, I've never been on your show. The only way for both of us to win is if Food Fears wins. You're following the logic there, right?
I'm trying.
So if you would campaign for Food Fears to win, technically, you and I could share the stage together. And I think that'd be like a really nice treat for both of us,
That
frankly.
sounds fair.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, you know what? Never mind. I'll see you at the Streamies, bud.
Go vote for Rosanna Pansino. I don't know.
Yeah,
Do what you want.
for Gordon Ramsay. He really needs this, some attention. He needs
Yeah.
the spotlight. Like,
All right, I asked you that before we revealed what was under the cloche because I feel like you may not like me as much.
what are you about to do to me?
Okay, so what we have today, it's actually something you've experienced before. Yep. Oh, he knows what's coming. Oh, when you
I
see
know
the
what it
fear
is.
strike in their eyes.
This you said on this show?
Yep. So we have pork blood, but one thing you've never had, you've only had the solid coagulated version, but you've never just drank straight pasteurized pork blood, which I see, you don't seem happy about it right now, but I think your mind's gonna be changed when you feel the cold, refreshing blood rush down your throat with the chewy curd.
I have to go on stage in like 2 hours, man.
You're gonna do great. You're a natural performer.
I'm not performing right now. This is blood that I'm
Yeah.
about to have to consume.
So what you're gonna do? I wash my hands.
Dude, I'm not gonna be able to put away all this. What do I do? I'm
Yeah, I mean, you
seriously
can
not
just,
gonna be able to do
you
it.
can just eat I think you just eat the blood that's soaked. It's kind of falling up. Oh no, I got blood on the tablecloth. I'm sorry, guys.
God.
Yeah, you can just kind of grab it out of there. Just get it like nice and wet with the blood.
All right, here we go.
All right,
I
so-
can't eat the whole thing. But,
Just take as much as you can.
what are you doing? Are you doing the whole thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the whole thing to knock back the shot.
Sorry, I
All
regret
right, so
this.
we're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna kind of get them. There we go, and then just down the hatch. Alla goccia, as they say in Italian. You like pasta? Just
I'm in trouble.
yeah, just once you get it in, it'll go down.
All right, but do a half bite. Here we go.
So,
Australia. This is so awful.
but like in a good way.
Yeah, no, in a great way.
Okay.
How did you do that?
I think it's good, man. I eat a lot of coagulated pork blood, but you don't seem to feel the same way as I do.
Oh God, no! I will spit that up all over your face. So now that my mouth tastes like iron and and platelets,
Yes.
what are you gonna do to make this something that I actually want to eat?
I have a rough plan in mind, and I think it's going to be something that you really, really like. So if you just go entertain yourself for a bit, come back, I'm going to have a dish that I know can make you fall in love with pork blood.
But here's the thing: I've seen your show before. I know you work magic, so I trust you, and I also know that you're way better at your job than I am. Because there's no way I could make anything good out of this.
Trusting me was your first mistake. To make the blood ganache, first you have to pasteurize your blood, which means we're gonna go ahead and get it to about 140 degrees. I shouldn't say about when we're working with like something that could maybe kill you. We're gonna get it to exactly 140 degrees or more. Pork blood, honestly, like one of my favorite things to cook with. A lot of people seem to leave in the comments that they think I'm a sociopath, and I suppose this isn't gonna help that. I know I'm not a sociopath because I care about many things, and I like to think that I show empathy and emotion, except for people who beat me in Scrabble, because they'll get what's coming to them. Welcome back to Jeffrey Dahmer in the kitchen. You're gonna see the blood start to curdle just a little bit. That's fine, just keep whisking through it. We're gonna go ahead and make our chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water. So just gonna put the chocolate in there. It's not Limp Bizkit's best album. I'm a $3 bill y'all fan, but it still holds up. Go give it a listen. Also, I met Fred Durst at a Magic Club once. And then we're actually gonna add coconut milk to it. Coconut milk holds heat really well, and I don't know, you're supposed to limit your dairy consumption, so when you're adding pork blood to a ganache, might as well use coconut milk. Why not? It's healthy. Then once that blood's pasteurized, you put some of that in there, get it right in the ganache, and you're gonna see it's gonna create a beautiful rosy texture, and just get that swirling, and look at that. Gross. I think Babber's gonna like it. You think he's gonna like this?
I hope so.
He's gonna like it. And he's gonna be like, wow, that was cheeky and fun, and not like, this is horribly grotesque and I don't respect you and your career or anything that you do ever again. Find out! You're gonna place that in a silicone cylinder mold and then pop that in the freezer to set. Test it to make sure it's pure. Oh yeah, that's pork blood. All right, cool. We're gonna put this in the freezer for a couple hours until it's all set up, and then we're gonna pop that into our cakes. For the blood meringue, you're gonna add your pig's blood to a stand mixer, and then you're gonna add in granulated sugar, powdered sugar, and salt. And the proteins in the blood, similar to egg whites, are actually going to combine, whip up, aerate, then we're gonna bake it into a nice crispy sheet. Then you're gonna spread that really thin out onto a silicone mat on a sheet tray. If they would have doused Carrie in pig blood meringue, that movie would have had such a happy ending, because this is delicious. You can see the color is completely changed. I'm just gonna spread it a little bit thin. And I'm just gonna take this, pop it in the oven, 375 for about 20 minutes. Oh, hey there. I'm sorry to interrupt the most amazing food show that's ever existed on the internet, except for hot ones. But if you want to see more amazing food shows starring yours truly, please subscribe to the Mythical YouTube channel. If enough people subscribe, I'll get to make more shows. Make sure to click that little bell to get notifications because you never know what I'll be up to next. But that little bell knows. It knows everything. Food fears! To make the blood cakes, you're gonna start with a double boiler and you're gonna melt down chocolate with butter. And then we're gonna start by taking some chocolate and putting it in this, that's a big ol' brick of coagulated pig's blood. And then we're just gonna cube it up. Blood's just food. It's really good, actually. I don't know why people are afraid of this. And while that's melting in a stand mixer, you're gonna add blood, egg yolks, and sugar. We're already covering ourselves in pig's blood. What's a little egg white's gonna give you? It'll be fine. Once that's nice and incorporated, you take the chocolate and butter and you stream that in. You go ahead and pull this out. Not again! Then you're gonna fold in flour and some chopped up solid blood cubes. And then we're just gonna take a handful of blood, doesn't matter. Pop it in there. Be nice and delicate with it. You don't wanna break up the blood curds. So my grandma told me when she made this recipe. Oh, my grandma's taught me tons of blood recipes. That's why I'm not allowed to go into the fridge in the basement. All right, and so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dress our ramekins and we're gonna put the batter in there. Put it in the silicone
Cylinder.
That's the word I was looking for. Okay, back to you, Chris. You're gonna take your ramekins, you're gonna coat those in butter and demerara sugar. Sometimes I just brush myself down with butter. Okay. There are so many benefits to brushing yourself down with butter. It's like the bulletproof coffee movement where like the fat does something, or CrossFit keto. I don't care, it just feels good. And now we're gonna take our bloody cake mixture. We're gonna fill it about halfway up. Take a cylinder of frozen ganache, place that right in the center, and then just enough cake batter to cover it. See, they just pop out nice and easy, and then this is actually going to be the molten filling. A lot of people think you just undercook the cake to make it molten. That's not true, as seen in the movie Chef. Ooh, got snagged on a blood cube. Okay, now we're just gonna take a small layer of filling right on top. Then you're just gonna place that in the oven and bake it till it's cake. Bake well, gross cakes. And then now we're gonna start working on our garnishes. For the blood whipped cream, we're gonna do this by hand. I didn't wanna do it, but Nicole said I should, and my forearms are gonna start cramping in about 3 minutes, so let's start.
It builds character, Josh.
So I'm gonna start whisking it until it starts to thicken up a little bit. Food fears! All right. Then you add half your sugar. So we're gonna get it a little stiffer than normal. That's what, nothing. I didn't say it. Keep whisking it until soft peaks form, add the other half of the sugar, and then just enough blood to give it a beautiful rosy complexion. All right, and this is pasteurized blood, so it's pasteurized or unpasteurized?
This is pasteurized.
Oh, thank God, this is pasteurized blood. Oh, the blood comes through, but just a little bit, just enough to give you that like kind of sickening edge, but I think in a good way.
For blood macerated berries, we're gonna take some fresh strawberries and blueberries.
You want to do this very carefully. You also want to say that word very carefully.
Yes, macerate. Not to be confused with the other word, masticate.
Just gonna go ahead and pour some of that pasteurized pork blood in there.
You thought I was gonna say
And
masturbate.
then you're gonna get some sugar. The sugar is actually gonna draw the moisture out of the berries. Then a little bit of bourbon.
Then you're actually gonna get in there and really mash it with your hands a little bit just to get the juices flowing.
And then just start punching it. And it actually should create a nice little sauce.
You're gonna take one of those cakes out of the oven and gingerly remove it by placing a plate on top of the cake and then flipping it over.
And we're gonna get this on the plate. Now we gotta invert it. And I flip the plate upside down. You gotta go. And that is how it unsheaths perfectly. Beautiful.
Then you're gonna put a dollop of berries straight on top of that
The maceration in the cake hole.
and flick some of the macerating juices all over the plate.
Gotta give it a little flick.
A few shards of meringue on top.
Some nice thin shards that we can put in the cream. Really tell a story. Story of a horrible double murder.
And then you're gonna dust the meringue right on top as if it were powdered sugar. And that's your pork blood chocolate lava cake.
Andrew, welcome back. How are you recovering?
Yeah. I'm picking bits of blood out of my teeth, and I'm shuddering every like 30 seconds thinking about it. It's just when you get the thought, you're just, ugh. For you, you're just like, oh, that was tasty.
Yeah, every shot of pig's blood I take, I get stronger.
Yeah, that's your secret.
That really is the secret.
I mean, look at the veins, folks.
All right, so you ready to see what we got under the cloche? What I've made for you?
Very ready. I'd love to
Okay.
get that blood out of my mouth and get some other blood that tastes better into my, what? Yeah,
Yep.
yes, I'm ready.
All right, so you really have been a huge influence to me. And I know there have been some big influences on you. So we've actually made a pork blood chocolate lava cake.
Oh my God.
Inspired by your recipe, which was inspired by the movie Chef. So what we've done is infused a lot of liquid pork blood into the actual cake with some of the pork blood solids. There's pork blood in the ganache. We've done a pork blood meringue, which is actually just whipped pork blood and sugar.
Wow.
Then a pork blood whipped cream, and then we've macerated berries in blood and a little bit of bourbon as well.
That's very interesting. First off, I wish John were here to try this. I'm sure he'd love it. And second off, so does blood go very well with chocolate, or is this just an attempt to mask the blood?
No, blood actually does go really well with chocolate. In fact, there's a Filipino stew called dinuguan that a lot of parents will trick their children into eating by calling it chocolate stew.
Interesting.
So there is a precedent for it.
I also just want to say that blood goes very well with chocolate sounds like some kind of indie film that like won it's sort of a fringe film
Like a
festival
blood is
award.
the warmest color
Blood is
kind
the-
of thing.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Go ahead and dig in. We gotta test this out.
Now, first things first, we gotta see if it's molten.
We gotta see if it's molten.
That's molten. Look at that.
It's molten!
It's
Fucking molten!
Oops. Blood struck.
But does it taste good? Please, grab a bite. I'll go right there with you with some of the blood cream.
I want to try each element by itself
Yeah.
to see what's going on. So I'm gonna
Really try and focus on the blood flavor. Because if you
try
notice, you see these whole blood cubes in there. We wanted that for texture.
Because there's the metallic taste with the blood, and I am getting that, and it's almost like as if you had added like lemon zest or something. It's like
Yeah.
like a bit of a.
Well, actually, the reason Dutch processed cocoa exists is to get the metallic taste out of chocolate already.
Well, howdy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just went and brought it back in.
Doubled down, tripled down, in fact.
All right. Well, now I'm gonna try some of this blood cream. All right, that tastes a little bit more like blood than anything else,
Yeah.
but it's not bad. It tastes a little porky, I will say. Like it's not, as dessert oriented as I would like it to be. But let me try the.
Just to cut the richness, a little bit of berries, a little bit of bourbon.
This is something I could see, eating the entirety of. Honestly, I think you've really outdone yourself.
We'll get you some fresh blood on the side if you want to eat with that as well. Yeah, please. By all means.
You've done it. What just made me literally recoil, and I can see the whole chunks of blood in there. It's really a conceptual thing. Blood doesn't taste that bad. It's
No.
like the fact that you're eating this coagulated blood, and that you feel this. You taste the metallic as if you just like licked a cut on your hand. It's so off-putting, but in this context, this is really quite good.
And honestly, that's the thesis behind the show, right? Like, this is all just food. Like, I grew up eating a lot of pork blood, so to me, it's just food. And then when you can recontextualize it in someone's mind, it becomes a beautiful thing.
Mission accomplished, dude.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. This is a huge honor to have you compliment my food, and I actually have one more parting gift for you. John Favreau gave you the fork that you have tattooed on your arm. I would like to give you a spork that I have tattooed on my arm. It's not as special. It wasn't in a movie.
This is very special. Should I get this tattooed now? Should I get a matching one?
I would love that. I'll get any of your. I'll just get your face tattooed on my back if it would make you happy.
It would make me happy. Can I hold you to that? Whoever loses the stream ace has to get the other's face tattooed on their back. What did I just do? Oh,
This is this is a deal. Andrew, thank you so much for joining me. And everybody, go buy his cookbook, Binging with Babish. Check out his channel. He's honestly a huge hero of mine. Thank you so much for
You're a
coming.
huge hero of mine. This is amazing. Thank you so much for having me.
Food fears! Sorry, if we do that, I just scream food fears, and it kind of wraps everything up. You see how everyone just stopped now?
Jesus Christ.
I feel like I just ate Hello Kitty's boogers.
Welcome to Food Fears, where I make something you hate taste great. Today's guest is a three-time champion of trivia night at Barney's Beanery in Burbank, California. It's Emily Fleming. Emily, what's the capital of Malaysia?
Oh, come on. You think I'm gonna know that?
Wrong, Kuala Lumpur. Anyways, how you doing? Welcome.
I'm doing great.
Fantastic. You don't seem too happy because I'm guessing you understand what's about to happen today.
Yeah.
Great, you're giving me nothing. That's fantastic.
I'm just like really
Just like my
nervous,
ex-wife.
Josh, and it smells like a 3-year-old's fart in here, and I'm like really
Yes.
scared.
Today we're eating 3-year-olds' farts.
I knew it.
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed Spiky Nightmare Stink Fruit, also known as durian.
heard of
So
this.
this stuff is so smelly that in Southeast Asian countries like Thailand and Singapore, it's not even allowed on public transportation. Just get a big old whiff of that right
God.
there. You gotta
Yeah. That's,
really implant that in your brain. So,
What is that? What is in there?
some sort of nut, some sort of seed or nut.
Okay.
So as is tradition, we have to try this in its most pure form so I can know how to kind of gauge what I'm making around your taste. So if you just want to like scoop out a nut, we can just suck it directly off that.
Oh God.
What else do you have to do today?
Oh God. I'm sucking a nut for the internet.
Yeah, we all are, metaphorically or literally.
Oh God. Oh God.
Just get in.
Oh, it just looks like
some
it
force into
looks
it.
like booger salad. Oh no.
All right. Great.
Oh no.
And so we're just gonna go ahead.
Josh.
I'm
Okay.
here to eliminate your food fears, but first we have to face them nut first. So we're gonna gingerly touch our tips,
I
dip it and dip it.
hate the- okay.
Just go ahead and give it a, like an oyster. That's not pleasant. What are you thinking right now? There's a kind of really snotty texture to it.
I have to focus. Okay, it's down. All right.
Did you love it or did you love it?
I survived it. Just the way it looks and then the way it feels. It's like old bad cheese, but then it's also got like skin in it.
Okay, so you hate the smell, you hate the texture. I can try and those aren't problems
I
for me.
feel like I just ate Hello Kitty's boogers.
Some businessmen pay a lot of money to do that.
Ugh, in my mouth. Oh God.
I think I can make you love this. I'm gonna try and transform this into a completely new dish. Just give me about an hour, come back, and we are going to take all the old skin and cheese elements out of it, try and replace it with, well, we'll see.
I don't have a lot of faith in this booger soup. Will it come off the nut next time?
Yeah, it stays on the nut. The nut
All right.
stays.
Well, in that case, I'm very excited.
Food fears! We're making our durian ice cream, starting with this super simple sweet cream base. So I'm just gonna blend some fresh durian pulp with the milk. The smells and the sounds. And then we're actually gonna take freeze-dried durian powder for some more kick, and then a whole lot of sugar. Spill most of it on your blender. Key part of the recipe. The Choco Taco to me is the absolute king of ice cream truck options because it takes every single component. It has the chocolate swirl, it has the ice cream, it has the nuts, it has the chocolate coating, it has the shell. That is like 5 layers of flavor, but you get to eat every single thing in one bite. Then once that's fully combined, you're gonna take all of that delightful durian mixture. You're gonna throw it into a bowl, then you're gonna put in heavy cream. And then this just gets whisked up. It smells like if someone just died inside of a large mango. I kinda like that though. So once your ice cream base is all whisked up, you can throw that into your ice cream maker for about 45 minutes. It'll still be pretty soft, but you want it to be soft because we're gonna stir in the durian caramel. For me, the best part about a Choco Taco are those swirls of chocolate throughout the ice cream. And so I'm gonna replace the chocolate with a salted durian caramel. To make the durian caramel, I am melting sugar in a pot, and I wanna use a live flame for this because electric burners aren't good for how finicky caramel can be. And so then I'm melting butter in another pot along with durian that's been blended with milk. And then I'm gonna add the hot, milky durian butter to the melted sugar, and then you just whisk that in super violently, and then add salt to get that saline punch. All right, so the ice cream has about 10 minutes left, and that's when you wanna take your cooled down caramel, and you wanna drizzle that in. The ice cream's already spinning, so it'll just create nice ribbons. Kinda get some motion on the spoon in there. And you just kinda jab at it. You're just gonna wanna jab at it with your spoon. It's actually like a fun little game where you try and miss the ice cream blade, and then you hit stop, and then it's perfect. Food fears! I'm making the sweet taco shell by using the same technique I would to make a waffle cone. So I make the batter with a little bit of ginger and cardamom just to get some kind of warm spice in there. And we got a waffler right here. This is typically made for a waffle cone, but if you take that and you shape it over a taco mold, then you got a waffle taco cone. Waffle cone taco, shell, durian, taco, choco. And you just got a spoon in, about a tablespoon of that batter, and then you just close it up, clamp it down, wait 30 seconds. This is just a sticker that came with the taco mold. Mine won't look nearly that good. This was obviously done by a professional. I am just an amateur who's screwed up most things. All right, the waffle taco I think is done. Oh, that looks gorgeous. This is ready to go. So we're just gonna lift it off very gingerly. And this is gonna go right over the taco sticker. And you have to work fast. Take a paper towel because it's very hot. You're gonna press it in and hold it for about 15 seconds. And the waffle maker actually came with this really sweet waffle pattern Band-Aid that isn't covering up an open wound that I've been touching with everything. And whoever eats this totally isn't gonna get, I don't know, avian flu that's still going around. So after a rest, you can pull off the paper towel. If you see the sugar is actually hardened and it keeps it form-fitted. Assembling this Choco Taco is incredibly important for the war against the machines. When the robot apocalypse comes, we as humans need to rise up and show that we are as useful as the machines in the Choco Taco factory, and we can do this just as well. So you take the taco shell and you gotta fill it delicately with ice cream and really spoon it out over the top to create a smooth layer. And then you dip that into the magic shell and you gotta work fast. And the clock is ticking here. Your ice cream is melting and the robots know that. Don't give in. So before the ice cream melts, you gotta roll that quickly into the coconut and then get that into the freezer as fast as possible. You got like an 8-second window or else you're done. And then the robots win. I've seen The Matrix, not the sequels. Emily, what I've made for you today is the durian Choco Taco.
Ooh.
We took the fruit, we infused it into ice cream, we made a caramel with the durian, and then we dipped that into a white chocolate durian shell with some toasted coconut on top.
It's really pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have an eye for aesthetics. That's what my middle school art teacher told me.
Well, then that's...
You remind me a lot of her.
God, I get teacher stuff a lot. I wish it was like, you know, that counselor I always had a crush on. It's always just like, you remind me of someone who told me to shut up.
No, it's my art teacher. She had a lot of
That's
cats.
what it is.
All right.
I don't have any cats, okay? I don't.
Yeah, let's try these Choco Tacos.
I'm very
All right,
excited.
gonna tip it and dip it.
Oh, wow.
Mmm.
My teeth are sensitive
to cold.
I do.
We should be using Sensodyne. I don't. I'm sure it would help.
We are not that old yet.
Wait till you get cats.
That's really good.
How much of the fartiness are you getting?
I am getting a little bit of the cheesy note there, but I don't mind it.
I tried to really punch that in the face with salted caramel.
It's like a tropical kind of like cheesecake situation.
That's great. Cheesecake
pretty
Factory
good.
built a whole empire.
Yeah, and
Off
I
of that.
love the coconut with it.
Yeah?
That's really nice.
So you've been fully converted to durian. Like you're gonna start eating this with your lunch every day.
No, I'd like to keep my friends.
Okay. That's fine.
So the smell, although I don't smell it, I don't know if I smell anymore at this point.
it really punches you right in the back of the smell
But
factory.
it definitely has that, it's that oniony
Yeah.
kind of cheesy taste
It's not
to
that
it.
I didn't want to completely run from the durian. I wanted to just kind of like present it to you,
Yeah.
like putting lipstick on a pig, except this is a spiky nightmare food.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
no, I really like this, and I really like that. What is this?
Oh, that's
White
a
chocolate?
durian white chocolate shell with a little bit of turmeric just for color.
Ooh. Yeah, it really does. It's really nice. Thank
you.
you. Cheers. You did good.
My art teacher was never this nice. Welcome to Food Fears, where I make something you hate taste great. You might recognize my guest from the local soup plantation line. It's Stevie Wynn Levine.
I don't want to be here. I'm so sorry. But I love you. I just hate what you're about to do to me.
You don't even know what you're eating today, so I think your fears are really unfounded.
That's all I can produce right now. I can't produce words.
It's good to know that I've already just inspired fear and complete loathing in you. Anyways, you are familiar with the female anatomy, being a woman, of course. And as a feminist, I believe that representation matters, which is why today we're eating uterus.
Oh my God.
It's not scary, it's beautiful, it's a miracle. That's where babies come from, or maybe pee, I don't know.
What?
What?
Oh my God, Josh. I have got to leave.
Looks are not everything in food. It could taste great. You haven't even experienced
does
it yet.
it
And that's
even
what this
look like
whole
this?
experience is about, is being open-minded.
Oh my God.
So we do have to try the product first so I can kind of get your flavor notes and what you don't like about it so I can try and create a dish that you will 100% love.
I can't look at you. Okay, I have a caveat.
Okay.
It is actually Saturday morning right now. What I usually would be doing is drinking at brunch. But the part that we're missing is the part I brought, which is the tequila.
Wow, you just had that ready to go.
Yeah.
I normally just swig that behind the dumpster out back at work, so this is actually really nice to drink out of a cup.
I'm shaking. In real life, I will eat just about anything. It doesn't usually look like this, and it's never been uterus before. Oh, God.
First time for everything. That's
Is
a
this
good sign.
cut in a way that
Yeah,
you
so
can
it's in two
consume?
parts, so I'm gonna
Oh,
eat it with
don't
you,
do it.
as is customary. And so if you just wanna grab this,
Oh, my God.
you have to really get a feel for it to
Oh.
also,
Oh!
yeah, it's cold and sopping wet. That's how you have to eat it. It's,
Touching it makes it so
and
much
on the show,
worse.
we always like to gingerly touch our tips.
Oh, my God, my
So we're
tip.
gonna go ahead and tip it and dip it.
Oh! My God. Oh, my God.
Do you like it?
No. No.
But is it the texture, the taste?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I mean, I cooked this myself. It's just boiled, but it should have a kind of purity to it.
Oh my God.
So what is it about it that you'd like this changed? Oh, you're just going to the tequila now. Okay, God, I still have uterus in my mouth.
Oh. My.
I swallowed a lot of that uterus whole.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, you got it down.
did
Like,
it.
you didn't throw up.
Look at the freaking cross-section situation.
Yeah.
That is not okay. Look at my bite mark though. Good bite mark.
It's impressive.
The texture is so terrible. It is like rubbery sponge. And the taste is super bland, but then there's like a hint of like nuh-uh. Basically what I'm saying is I hate everything about it.
Wow, strong words from a strong leader.
Thank you.
So I need you to give me about an hour, and you're gonna come back, and I guarantee you, I am guaranteeing victory on this one. I've never done that
Okay.
before. This is just for you. I'm guaranteeing victory. You're gonna love the final dish. You can even have the rest
we
of
still
it.
have this much tequila left, so you know what? I'll see you in an hour.
It can only help. Male sex organs are a dime a dozen around here. I mean, we eat so many penises and testicles, and I think representation is really important. So I'm really excited to cook with a female sex organ this time. So first things first, we gotta make our waffle fries. People don't typically make waffle fries at home because a lot of people don't know how they're made. But all you need is a crinkle cutter mandolin, and you take the potato and you run it across one way, rotate it 90 degrees, run it across the other way, then you'll see that beautiful window pane texture. Now we gotta make our beer batter for the French fries. Gonna dump in some flour, a little bit of Creole spice in there, and then we have beer that goes in. Just whisk that up. And then final step is a shot of vodka. The vodka is gonna make it super light and airy. You take the fry, you dip it in the batter, you swish it around, and then to get the holes, you go. Is it super gross that you're just like blowing on your food?
Of course. Then you just wait about 3 or 4 minutes. It should be nice and light and crispy and airy. There's really no wrong way to cook a uterus. It does have a funky smell to it though, and so if you put it in an Instapot that has a lid on it, it'll at least stop that. So that's what I'm doing. I don't want to shy away from the uterus. I want to embrace the uterus and use it as many ways as possible. So I'm taking off the membrane and actually frying that into uterus cracklins, which I'm then gonna dust in tahine, a chili lime salt. There is one element of uterus that's pretty pleasant. It has this nice cartilaginous snap to it. The texture is almost crunchy like a pig ear. To preserve the texture of the uterus, I'm gonna take it in nice big rustic chunks and add that to a chili. We're gonna start with some fresh pork lard. All right, then you take all those uterus chunks, and you just throw those right in the lard. Don't want to miss any uterus. Then right when the uterus goes in, you want to add your spices. So we have ancho chili powder, we got some cascabel chili powder, we got some cumin, and then we'll get salt in there too. So when you add the spices, it's gonna toast in the fat. Once all your spices are nice and toasted and the uterus is really coated, you're gonna add in your onion, some poblano chilies, and garlic. And garlic, and garlic. And then you're just gonna stir that up, let it saute for a couple minutes, really get that veg softened. So now that the spices are all toasted, we have to deglaze the pan. We're using a canned michelada because it has super awesome acid and the Worcestershire sauce in it. So we're just gonna pour that in. Then after all the alcohol is cooked out and it's started to reduce a little bit, you're gonna take chicken stock, some crushed tomato, and just a little bit of hot sauce for that acid. And then you're just gonna let that cook down for about 45 minutes. Also, you may notice there's an omission in this chili. I'm not putting any beans in it. I really want the uterus to shine. And beans in chili is just super gross. Like, who does that? Ugh. Food fears. Food fears. Food fears. Food fears. The finished dish starts with a huge base of your beer battered waffle fries. Pour that chili right on top. That is gorgeous. And then you're gonna top that with just some simple shredded medium yellow cheese. Awesome, then this is gonna go into the oven for about 5 minutes just to melt it. You don't really want any browning on it. Once it's all melty, top it with pickled red onions, a little bit of smoked paprika crema, and then it's gonna get finished very dramatically with the uterus cracklins. All right, so Stevie, you're back. You've been drinking behind the dumpster. I've been cooking. How was it? Did you meet Gerald?
I did. He and I really bonded over our love for half bottles of tequila and then empty bottles of tequila.
Yeah, I hate Gerald. Anyways, so are you ready for the reveal?
I am.
Are you hungry?
No.
Perfect, because we're doing it anyways. I present to you uterus chili cheese fries with uterus membrane cracklins and a little bit of smoked paprika crema.
Wow, Josh, this is so beautiful.
Thank you. So we made some waffle cut fries, simple uterus chili with a little bit of michelada thrown in there.
Simply uterus chili, TM.
But please dig in, you first.
This is uterus?
This is uterus membrane that we fried into kind of a bit of a chicharron, and then uterus is all throughout the chili. So if you see these little bits here, this is nice chopped uterus. We've just cooked it for about an hour.
And pickled onions?
And pickled onions. I'm gonna go in with my hands.
Yeah, this is a hand, I feel like it's a hand dish. I wanna get as much uterus as possible.
You should. Definitely get some cracklins on there. They're my personal favorite.
Do people eat uterus on a regular basis? Is there a cuisine in which uterus is like a thing?
It's not super popular. From what I understand, there are some parts of China where it's kind of considered like a drunk food, which really works out in your favor, you and Gerald. And so, but it's really not like a very common thing.
Well, I'm glad we're
Possibly
doing it.
for a reason.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, tip it and dip it. We're saying that now. It's a thing.
Okay. It's all over my face. And all over my lips.
Call that uterus mouth. It's an industry term. Okay.
Not bad. I think it may be the chili. The chili is very strong. Let me get this other big chunk of uterus.
Yeah. Yeah, try and isolate the uterus. See if you actually like that texture.
It's much better with everything else, I gotta say. Ooh. I'm getting a nut on taste. Oh. I got it. Got it down. That's where the chili really comes in handy. It's not bad though.
Okay.
Like if you need protein and there's literally nothing else in the entire universe, then uterus.
Again, I have low self-esteem, so that's like the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me, and that's a huge compliment.
I wonder if there is protein in uterus.
There's gotta be.
Sure.
This is just like a protein shake.
I'm not gonna eat this last bite.
You don't have to. Man, you know what? I got a really weird job, and I really love it. We got one more episode coming out, and then we got one more marathon coming out next week, and then after that, we're taking a nice long break to rest and recharge and come out swinging for the foodie fences in the new year. Also, make sure you catch up on our podcast, A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you follow us and catch up on all our cooking shenanigans at Mythical Kitchen on both Instagram and TikTok. It gets really weird over there, upsettingly weird. See y'all next time. The Mythical Kitchen's favorite way to obliterate garlic, immortalized in t-shirt form. Get the Palm Heel Strike tee now at mythical.com.